How many cars did they have? Was there a larger module? Were there more terror doctors? Shravan, what do we know? And then we'll take that report. If you can tell us quickly, how big was this December serial blast plot?
Well, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Even if I say, as far as the investigation goes, we just know a part of the story. The full story is this, ladies and gentlemen, that it starts with this man called Dr. Muzammil, who essentially wanted to start a new outfit. Information of which, obviously, Pakistan's ISI had, and they wanted to use it at the right time. It turns out in the month of October, when they started having multiple meetings with ISI in Pakistan, occupied Kashmir, and they wanted to tap vulnerable people, Muzammil was one such person. In fact, the instructions that were essentially given was take full revenge of Operation Sindoor. And the reason why that they wanted to strike now was only because they were frustrated in the manner India was able to destroy Bahawalpur, the terror headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed. That is the reason why they wanted that there has to be a non-deniability factor. They did not want Pakistanis to be involved in it. So they wanted to use locals. Local Kashmiris are to be used so that all times Pakistanis can stay away from it. It turns out that they already knew that this man was working towards it, took full advantage of it. In fact, Adil, Muzammil and Omar were basically amassing this entire arms and ammunition for the last 2 years. This entire setup did actually exist. They were waiting for the right time. It's just that the funding came in and the fact the push came in from Jaish-e-Mohammed, and they essentially decided that in the month of December, some vulnerable locations and locations which is going to have a far-reaching impact. For instance, Uttar Pradesh happened to be one such place that was on top of their priority list, Niranjan.
Obviously, they've been eyeing the Ram Mandir for many years. That's one of the details that we picked up, that they planned a much larger blast, and the sleeper cells have been working for many years, but they found this moment now, November, to strike because of, one, the arrest, two, Operation Sindoor. Here's what they initially planned.
What investigators initially believed to be an isolated incident has now turned out to be far more alarming, far more sinister. Sources tell Republic that the arrested suspects, allegedly linked to Jaish-e-Mohammed, had drawn up a detailed, multi-phase plan to execute 6 coordinated blasts across the NCR. Interrogation details show the date was not random. The module shows December 6th, the day the Babri Masjid was demolished, as a deliberate act of revenge. Intelligence officials say that the accused even referred to the operation as a symbolic strike for Babri. According to the investigators, the suspects had planned the plot in 5 precise phases, from forming their cell to triggering the blasts. The operation began with the formation of the terror module, linking with JEM and Ansar Ghazwatul Hind. Raw materials for IEDs and ammunition was then sourced from Nuh and Gurugram, Haryana. Lethal chemical IEDs were also manufactured. Potential targets were identified. Assembled bombs were then distributed among the module members. Officials say that the group was originally meant to strike in August, but operational setbacks delayed the plan. When revived, the date chosen was not just tactical. It was ideological, tied to decades of propaganda by Jaish-e-Mohammed against the Babri demolition. And as investigators piece together what is Delhi's one of the darkest days, the focus now shifts to uncovering who else was part of this deadly conspiracy.
In fact, ladies and gentlemen, one